here. Welcome to the first ever Gen 6 episode of the Dex. I'm PokeKellz.
And I'm Grand Duke Alex. Here on the Dex, we give you trivia and battle strategy for a different Pokemon, and this week, boy oh boy am I excited.
Oh man, yeah. Pokemon X and Y have been out for so long, I've been going crazy wanting to play it. Just kidding, I've been playing it like all the time, I love it.
Yeah man, hundreds of hours later and it's finally time, and first things first, we decided to go with a fan favorite.
He's a sword! No wait, he's a shield! No wait, he's something in the middle? Ribbons with hands? Ah, whatever, he's awesome!
That may be so, but he's also kind of scary, and we'll tell you why. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready, it's time for the Aegislash episode!
Yeah! Guys, Aegislash is so cool! It's a steel ghost type and it's called the Royal Sword Pokemon. But not everything's quite as it seems with this thing, let me tell ya.
That's right, baby! His Pokedex entries mention that its magic sword ghost powers let it manipulate people and other Pokemon. What the heck is that all about?
It gets even freakier when you realize that generations upon generations of kings in the Pokemon world were known to keep Aegislash around because they have the ability to sense people with natural leadership qualities. What if these freaky things were controlling Kalos for hundreds of years via mind control?
And it's no accident that they're tied so closely to kings either. Aegislash's design draws heavily from traditional coat of arms. In medieval times, people would use these symbols to identify their family and rank, just like Aegislash.
At home, a coat of arms was displayed on a shield crossed over a treasured family weapon, which was passed down through generations. Oh, whoa! Aegislash is like the Game of Thrones Pokemon.
Sort of. The enchanted and magical sword with a personality of its own can be seen in the folklore of cultures all around the world. Think about Excalibur, only the true king could pull it from its stone.
Yeah, or Tyrfing, the legendary Norse sword that was cursed to slay a man each time it was drawn. Or, heck, the sword of Godric Gryffindor, destined to appear to the one with true courage. Swords rule.
And you want to know what? It doesn't end there. We still haven't even covered the most obvious thing.
Oh, how about where's his face?
What?
Oh, like where's his face? Does he have a face?
No.
Well, that was my guess.
It's Pokemon etymology. So let's take a look at Aegislash's name for a second. Slash is obviously a reference to swords and what they do to things when you use them, but what about Aegis?
Well, actually, it could be a reference to any number of things. Aegis was the shield or breastplate of Zeus, forged by Hephaestus and passed down to Zeus's daughter Athena. It had Medusa's face on it, and it freaked everybody out.
Yep. Nowadays, Aegis means any breastplate of that sort, and when you say you're under someone's Aegis, it means you're under their protection. I wonder whose Aegis we're under.
Probably just our own, man. Another possible origin comes from the 16th century Scottish poem Greysteel, which mentions a sword called Aegislash.
According to the poem, Aegislash was magic and it could kill any enemy as long as it was never wielded by a coward. Sounds a whole lot like the idea behind Aegislash.
It kind of makes you think, doesn't it? With all this talk of nobility and protection, maybe Aegislash isn't so sinister after all. This has been another edition of Pokemon Etymology.
Wow-wa-wee-wa. What a cool set.
No, stop. Hold it right there. Did you just say wah-wah-wee-wah from the 7-year-old movie Borat?
No.
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 I have no words.
Great! Well, epic Scottish poems aside, it's time for some Gen 5 Aegislash battle strategy.
Don't you mean Gen 6 Aegislash battle strategy? That doesn't even make sense.
Not!
I don't even like Borat.
Pokemon. Aegislash is an excellent bulky attacker, and there's a lot of different ways to train it. Kelly's favorite way is to get a Brave One and EV train it in attack and HP.
That's right! I love my Aegislash, especially because of its ability stance change, which switches its offensive and defensive stats depending on what type of move you use.
Its default stance is Shield form, but it switches to Blade form if you use attacking moves. Kelly's has Sacred Sword and Stab Iron Head for type coverage, and Shadow Sneak for stab and priority.
To revert back to Shield form, use Aegislash's signature move, King Shield. It's got good priority and prevents all damage besides status moves for a turn. What's cool about it is that Shield form can still activate even if you're sleeping.
Plus, it lowers your opponent's physical attack stat by 2 stages if they make physical contact. Remember, the trick with Aegislash is to take a lot of damage and hit back hard, so give it leftovers to hold so it stays alive for as long as possible. And beware of bulky Pokemon with ground-type attacks.
Of course, that's not the only way to train an Aegislash, so as always, here are a few random thoughts.
Training your Aegislash in special attack and giving it Shadow Ball can be extremely effective. Entire movesets are built around it.
Sword Stance can turn Aegislash into a deadly physical sweeper. Man, it seems like it's good at everything.
Combo Sword Stance with the Totemize for an even more powerful sweep, albeit a much riskier one.
And finally, consider putting a Choice Band on your Aegislash to make it a fairly decent revenge killer. There's really a lot of depth to it in the competitive scene, so there's not really just one good way to use it.
And that's it! Aegislash! Old ribbon hands ain't nothing to mess with. Man, it feels good to be in Gen 6.
Heck yeah! If you have anything you'd like to add or you want to suggest a Pokemon for us to do next time, leave that in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm PokeKellz.
And I'm Grand Duke Alex. Tune in next week for another mega episode of The Dex. And that's how you do it. That's how you end it. That's what it is.
That's how we end the series
That's how
on
you
the
do
Dex.
it.
That's how
you
we
end
end
it.
it.
shaking
That's how
so
you do it.
much.
That's how you do it. Is it an earthquake or am I dancing? Is it possible that both are happening? I said it right. I said it right. I am the best one here. Who am I? That's right. I am the best. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How can you do it better? The answer is you can't. 'Cause I'm the best at doing this and nobody can get that